Hi everyone, welcome to the sixth edition of RUBINA'S RADAR. I am in conversation with Manish Malhotra today, a man who is an antonym for age and a synonym for hard work. The man makes hard work as fashionable and glamorous as his clothes. Manish has been rejigging the costumes of Bollywood heroines since the 90s to pastels, chiffons, and form-flattering fluid silhouettes, whilst they sway gracefully across Swiss mountaintops, frosty Swiss mountaintops. And I kind of think Manish is like a beautiful chiffon sari himself, easy, light, breezy, ageless, and more importantly, always on trend on and off the runway. So I'm going to get him on, and I hope you guys enjoy this supposed fun and laughter filled conversation. And I can see Manish, so guys, please hold on. Hi, Manish.
Hello, how are you?
How is Hyderabad today?
Hyderabad today is lovely. I'm doing a shoot here. There have been bridal appointments, but my commitment to you, so I've taken that half an hour break and I'm here with you.
I'm also as committed to you as you are to me,
Always.
always. So, Manish, hard work takes you anywhere you want to go, and who knows that better than you? So, tell everybody that you are a result of your hard work and not some, book learned knowledge. It's all about hard work for you.
At the age of recently in the lockdown, I got lots of time with my mother. And we used to chat, and she told me these stories which were so amazing that at the age of 5, she got me a tuition teacher because she wanted me to be very good in English, which I still am not. And I used to tell the tuition teacher, okay, what you're wearing is not looking good, and your shoes are not matching. So I think my romance with clothes and movies started from the age of 5,
Mm-hmm.
and till now, I think my there are three loves in my life. One is movies, the second is clothes, and the third is food. Of course, besides your family and all of and close friends.
Right, right. So, what do you love more, the camera or designing on your sketch pad?
I love most is color. I love designing on my and and of course I love movies, and like I mentioned, food and like to answer your first question, it's been and because when you love something, you don't really feel the pain and the hard work, and time passes. So it's been 30 years of non-stop work, and yeah, so it's been crazy, and I enjoy it all.
It obviously shows because you always look good. You never look tired.
After waking up at I'm the 5 a.m. club. I love to wake up early, as you know, and I'm not so fond of sleeping as much as I'm about waking up and facing the day.
Hmm. So you've been a model selling colas and whatnot. Did you ever never want to be an actor?
No, I never wanted to be an actor because I don't like my voice. I always felt I have a very meek voice, and half the times it sounds like I have a sore throat. So I never wanted to. I wanted to be a film director,
Hmm.
but so
Which
happened
is
that
which brings me to my next question, which is that you've always wanted to be a director, and you've turned director with your with your fashion films for your collection with Ruhania during the Corona crisis. So now you're a director officially.
well, even whether it's my fashion shows or whether it's a fashion shoot or whether it is a fashion film, we are always there, right? And then you have your team helping you. And at least as with me, I love curating the entire mood and feel. I'm very very fond of music. I
Hmm.
love music, and I love Sufi music. I love the Coke Studio kind of music, and I'm absolutely a big fan of old music as well, the old world music, because I find it completely timeless. And I love black and white films. I just absolutely love them. The Guru Dutt's film, Shantaramji's films. You see the so I'm a huge fan of Raj Kapoor's films and all the filmmakers who were classic filmmakers of the 40s and 50s. So I think that I live in that old world in today's world. So I kind of love curating things and putting it all together. So whether it's the music, clothes, color, makeup, hair, jewelry, all of it.
Do you think your life is a film with every character that comes into your life playing a starring role or a villainous role?
My life is surely a film. You got that right. My life is surely a big film. So I have to tell you what I do when I wake up. First thing in the morning I put on is music.
Mhm.
And so I kind of I love everything to do with the film. So I think my life is a film. It's a good line actually.
Well, we know lines. That's all we know. So you are the only designer in the country that I think perhaps in the world, I'm not sure of that though, but definitely in India, that designs for Bollywood films and also has a very successful Pret and Couture label. How does that make you feel?
Actually, the thing is, I haven't studied fashion. I used to paint and sketch in school, and my sketching just kept getting better and better. In college, I was modeling. And when it came to design, I wanted to come into the movies because I felt that films needed a change. And I was so much in love with the movies, and I was like, no, I don't want to label. I don't have the money to start a collection or anything. I went first time at the age of 19 to Singapore and Bangkok, that too with my modeling. So I said, I want to come into films. I want to change the way the films look. And when I started my journey in films, when people would call me up for when the work got popular for wedding clothes, I would be like, no, I don't do wedding clothes. I'm a costume designer and a stylist, and I want to bring styling in India. And it so happened, and I ended up with a label. And that time also, I was like, oh, I do films, I do costumes and styling, and I do also have a label. Then the label got a lot of momentum. So it's a 15-year-old label, while it's a 30-year-old career. I've learned a lot in my journey. I made a lot of mistakes. The only good thing I could say is that I wake up next morning and I just start working again. And one thing that I have is sometimes it's not good, and I'm just ignorant of the world. I'm very one track. I'm just looking at my things. I'm not really into like what's happening, what's going, what's selling. I'm not really information gathering. That's not what I'm all about what I'm doing. So it kept going, and now it is a full-fledged label, and I still work in the movies, and it's almost the fourth generation of actors I'm working with.
No.
So very rare that you see that for 30 years, it's very, very few actors, very few technicians, very few directors who survived for 30 long years in films. And today, when I
Mhm.
dress Shah and Janvi and Kiara, Varun, Alia, all the younger actors, and I am also constantly working with younger brides and bridegrooms. I think for me, that itself is the best reward that I can ask for. I don't think anything else can replace that.
Mm.
And
Not many people. Sorry, continue, please.
so I feel good about it. I feel like I'm still working. I'm enjoying my work, and yeah, and actually, you know what? I feel for all of us, it's so important to
Mhm.
enjoy. I
Mhm.
absolutely love what I do and enjoy what I do, and I wouldn't do it any other way. And I think after the lockdown, you've kind of all of us have realized that what we have is good, and there's
Mhm.
no strive to do too much. You just enjoy every moment and enjoy everything. I don't know what's wrong with my head today. It's all flipping down, and it's
No, it's
distracting.
just touching the sky like your career is.
Yeah, it's the hairspray which has gone all haywire. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is my messy look.
Okay. So, not many people know that designing for film, which is costume, and designing for the runway and real people is very different skill sets. But you do them both successfully. So tell people that it's very different because, hearing it from you carries all the more weight.
Well, costumes are about styling a character that's written by the writer of the film. Now, then I actually started this entire trend that where is the character from? Where is she from? Where is he from? Where do they live? What is that mindset? All of that, right? And in those days, they were only tailored clothes. So you would see these Western garments also tailored, and
Mm,
and fitting, and there's a lot of frill and all of that, which is very unnatural. Right? In
mm,
one hair, in one scene, the hair is really short. In the other scene, the hair is really long. And I was like, how can that all happen? And I kind of changed all that to getting a lot more glamour in films, but also a little realism as well
mm,
into that glamour. Today, the films are far more realistic. Unless it's a glamorous character, the films
mm.
are more about styling how the real character would be, how a real character in that situation would be. While as in a collection, it's about the designer and his mind. What what is the artisticness that they want to portray? See, I told you I'm very bad in English, and the
Artistry, the visual
artistry and
artistry of a
visual
designer.
artistry, and also I think that more so their storytelling, their narrative. What is it that they want to bring out? And so it's up to them. It's up to the
And it's
designers.
also very contemporary.
But
It's also very
contemporary,
contemporary.
yeah. Also, for even if it's traditional. So here in a collection, the designer is the writer, the designer is the director, you know, and the audience that picks up the clothes and wears them to occasions or to wherever, they are those artists. So it's a complete different, absolutely
Mm.
different ballgame. Also, what I mastered, and because I've worked with great people like Sri Devi, is the fit, the right fit. You know, like things like how would there be slimmer fitting? How, and because I worked so much, I mean, so much, almost more than 1,000 films, so many characters, Kannada, Malayalam, Telugu, Hindi, songs, item songs, movies, characters. I kind of got the fit. So, you know, the fit, like, okay. And also, nothing unnerves me. You ask me to make an outfit overnight, I can do it. You
We
know,
know
because
that.
so that it is just, it's like, it became like a full process of like super fast work and getting that fit and construction right. So I think that was really that's been really a big teacher to me, my working in movies and costuming.
But you straddle them both beautifully, I must say. So I have another question. So if I mean, I'm only with the questions actually. I don't have to say another
Always.
question. Yeah. So
And I have all the answers.
yeah. So when someone is having a fashion meltdown on a set, what do? Do you kind of like lose it? Because I've never seen you angry. I've seen you sulk and pout, but I'm not sure you get angry. But do you?
I get angry. I get angry, but I'm like a cooker machine. I'm like a you know that a pressure cooker. I would say it and it's out of my system. I don't really hold on things in my mind and heart. One day I will, all that I can't do. It's out of my system and I'm absolutely normal then, you know. And I think patience. If somebody's having a meltdown, you just listen to that person because many a time all of us need people to listen to us. And that makes it all so much better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Patience must be paying off there because you are very patient.
I am very
So, what's your favorite on-screen look, and is now that what you call your signature look? On-screen, I mean cinema.
Yeah, of course. On screen, समझ गया मैं. On
Not
screen,
you. I'm just thinking. Perhaps my questions are a bit, you know.
so on screen look, you know, for me, it was never just about one look. It was always about movie, the entire look. So there's so many films, right up from Raja Hindustani, Rangila to recently to Dharak to so many films that we did recently as well, to songs that I've done, to Kalang, to Student of the Year, to so many of them. So to me, I have lots of favorites. Then we'll need another hour to tell you how many of my favorite films and clothes.
Okay, so we'll get on to another question, which is what's the most sensual fabric in the world that you worked with?
Chiffon. I absolutely love chiffon. I
I
love the
described you well then. You are a beautiful chiffon sari. Light, easy breezy, ageless, and always on trend on and off the runway.
oh. I just wish I was as slim as a chiffon.
You are, but not as slim as a chiffon. No one can
Not
be as slim.
no.
No one can do that. No
No,
one.
no, I
That's
mean,
impossible. So, who's the most important person in your fashion graph?
who's the most important person? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
like a pivot, or someone you admired, someone whose thoughts made you, go forward with great courage. I don't know, anything.
I actually study a lot of I'm not a big reader, but I actually observe and study a lot of the international brands. I find that journey fascinating. You know, like I find the intelligence fascinating, the way they put things together. And now that we are kind of working so much and we are in that situation, I understand that I've been looking at their work over the years. Okay, so that is why they did this. Because right now, those situations. And I think, yeah, and I have great respect for all the fantastic brands which have survived for more than 50 years and are still relevant. It's definitely not easy, and there are so many minds that work there. They work so good. It fascinates me.
So, there's no one person.
There's no one person.
Okay.
I don't think, to be very, very candid and honest with you, I'm not such a. I don't think I'm a fan of any one person. Uh, the person I truly, truly look up to is my mother for her spirit that she has, and I just admire her spirit. And I just love the honesty that my parents have led their life for with, and such straightforwardness. And there's never been any clutter. They've never looked left and right. They've just been doing the right thing and being. And I think that is something that I completely want to imbibe more and more.
So Bollywood has influenced fashion in India from the beginning of time into the heartlands of the country. How do you think Instagram has changed the fashion game for Bollywood influence trends?
Well, I think Bollywood has always been a very good influence, and now fashion is a very good influence. The Indian fashion is progressing majorly with such fabulous talent around, and I think social media is been such a blessing as well, for all the different kinds of artists, whether they're singers, musicians, product designers, for everybody. In art, when there was no mobile phone, we had to work, keep working, and someday the work would be noticed. Today, you can make something beautiful and just put it out there. The only issue that the one can have there is that it's also forgotten so easily. So you have to consistently keep, working at that, which is also good. And I think social media is something that I feel has been a huge influence, has helped a lot more storytellers to influence the world. So it's been a big boon.
What do you make of the future of fashion weeks in India?
I just feel that everything is going to now slowly and steadily and hopefully faster come back. There are going to be a lot more avenues to communicate fashion. One is the social media avenue. Now there are fashion films. Um, Let me give an example, Rubina. Like I would have to go to my Delhi store to meet a lot of my wedding clients, come to my Hyderabad store or travel. Today, we've all got very used to Zoom chats, which probably a year ago we weren't. And so I think fashion films, for example. So I love fashion shows. I love putting them together. I love the thought of music and set design and so many models walking, all of it. And I'm one designer who did the maximum fashion yeah. But today I would do maybe much lesser fashion shows and also do a little more fashion films. So I have the luxury of fashion shows as well as a fashion film, right? So I think there's a lot of there's so much of e-commerce business today. Digital is up there, out there, technology is out there. So I think there are going to be lots more ways to come, that will be we can all express. I mean, I'm here in Hyderabad, the world's watching us chat with each other. So there is
Right.
so much that's going to happen now. And that's the
Right.
most but I'm looking forward to all of it.
So you launched your beauty line recently, just before Corona, the
No,
Manish
no,
Malhotra beauty line.
it's been 2 years.
Yeah. So what made you get into that? And are you using the products to serve your agelessness?
We don't have products for men, and no. I think my agelessness, if you may say so, comes from the mind.
So tell me more about Manish Malhotra beauty. They're all
So,
natural. Uh,
Manisha, the beauty
how do you
is
come about it?
so it comes from my. It's the source is my glam, and they do intensive research. They all are already a beauty company. We've tied up with them for a unique line of Manish Malhotra Beauty, where we actually sit down and discuss what is the next season, what would we like to do in terms of color, in terms of product, and they assure us the quality of it, and we check out of it, and we sit down on all, and you should see the meetings because it's all makeup around, and everybody's putting colors to see what it looks like, and it's so interesting and different for me because I've always been wanting to work on an entire look, and whether it's makeup or Manish Malhotra jewelry, all of it which you've started pretty much later now, recently in the last 2 years. And I always wonder why didn't I do it earlier? But I guess things happen when they have to happen. So Manish Malhotra beauty is all about now. For example, we've come to a lot of facial product, which is organic mixed with various makeup elements and all of that. And we've just launched it in Hyderabad as well. So yeah, it's been a very interesting vertical for us.
So how is business online and offline? What's more voluminous? Sorry,
I,
what's giving you more volume? God.
I think businesses, you're getting nervous of me. Don't get nervous.
No, I'm not getting nervous. It's just that someone just popped in with something random on the thing and I got distracted. I'm really sorry about that.
Well, see, you know what? I think that business is starting again and it's been good. I think for all of us, we have to realize that it's a lot more about innovation and quality now, and less is more in terms of. I don't think the audience wants too much, but what they want, and they want it good, and it should. And I think the audience out there is very very clear on which designer to go for what outfit, and I think things are really picking up. I would say August onwards, and it's been good.
So, is it more difficult to project fiscal returns of your collections now, or do you think it's almost on the same format as before?
I think it's getting to the same format as before, for sure.
Oh,
Slow and
that's good to know.
steadily, at least, yeah, it's definitely getting. I think the industry has a lot to look forward to. I think there's going to be. I think also today people are not as easily influenced by what they see till they come and kind of want to try things themselves, and they're also styling themselves these days. They want to wear their personalities, which is great. And then there's one aspect of people who are extremely confident of what they see, and they're telling you from your images, I want that, I want this, I want that. And
Right.
there's one thing that I didn't do all this while. I was so busy running around that I really never really looked into campaigns or looked into my my Instagram pages and all of it. But I think last year, that's 2020, we launched the ban. We shot it in February, but launched it when things were opening up in July,
Mhm.
and then we went and shot Rohaniat. It's been a world of a change for the brand. It's been a very very good change, and I keep looking back and thinking, why didn't I do this earlier? Why was I so busy running around? So I think that all of us today are looking back to things, um, and you're looking back at things and correcting them. And I think for me, the last year entire for our brand has been a very phenomenal job, and we are seeing the results now, which are good.
So now I'm going to get into some lighter veins now. So
Please don't.
how come you're never in any scandal, whilst people around you are always in the thick of it with trolling and vitriol hurled at them? How do you always escape it?
Because I'm not scandalous. I wake up early. I'm a what should I say? I don't meditate, but I think I work out. I'm always working. I'm boring. I'm just boring.
No, no, Manish, you're not boring. You're a hardworking, very active, very on the ball person. So,
Oh, oh.
what part of your personality has been tweaked to change during the Corona crisis? Not business, just personal.
I think personally, I kind of, Rubina, I think for me, the lockdown was something the best thing that could have happened to me in terms of personally that I got time with my mother. I got a lot of time with my mother. I got a lot of time with myself. And to understand that what I have is good. I don't really want to run too much. I want to enjoy what I've run a lot in 30 years. I've got crazy. And I think that I want to do a little lesser and enjoy it all.
So it's like pause, Manish, pause.
Pause, Manish, pause, for sure. And
So
I
you're
think,
an early riser. Like,
and I think
sorry.
I'm doing that, Rubina, and it's showing on my face as well that I'm in a much, I'm more happy doing less, concentrating on what I'm doing. And I'm very clear this I will do and this I won't do. And even if it means a lot more money or anything, I wouldn't do it if I don't want to.
So you're friends with Bollywood's original recluse, Rekha. I want to know, what do you talk about when you're hanging out?
Oh my God, Rekha ji is someone who I absolutely admire and respect. I think she's an absolute style diva hai wo. And for me, I mean, Rekha ji, Neetu ji, Mumtaz, all of them I've watched. Shamana ji, I mean, I know every film of theirs. I know every costume of theirs. So I think we discuss movies, we discuss clothes, color, all of it. I absolutely love Rekha ji.
Yeah.
And one actor, and the only actor called Ma'am, and I still call her Ma'am is Sri Devi, and I truly, truly miss her a lot.
Yes, you were very close. Who is the most fashionable person in your world?
Oh my God, Karan loves clothes. I think Karan is very fashionable. He's so fond of clothes. He truly loves clothes. And I think today's actors are admirable. I mean, they are so good in carrying what they're doing. And I think for me, that iconic style is Rekha. That she owns that space of the Kanjivaram saris and all of it. That very Indian style, which I absolutely admire. And
Great. So you design very sexy and glamorous clothes, but I want to
I
know
don't
what makes
only
you
I
feel
don't
sexy.
only sexy and glamorous clothes. I design other clothes as well.
No, but
But
most of them, your stamp is very glam. I mean, you
yeah,
can do any look. You've done all kinds of movies, and there's the Village Belle, and then there's, the completely austere looks. But what I'm trying to say is your stamp is quintessentially glam. So,
okay.
what makes you feel sexy?
You asked me this question before. What makes me feel sexy is my mind, eyes.
So, what do you do when you're not with your sketchboard, sewing threads, and design boards?
So I have to tell you, after every fashion show of mine, okay, I like people. I never ask somebody how's it. I want to eat a good meal. So even if somebody's calling, I'm like, I'll talk later. Now the show is done. The stress is like it's almost like a suitcase being taken off your shoulders. I want to
Mhm.
eat. I'm a huge foodie. I absolutely love food,
Mhm.
and till date, Rubina, for me the most something that has if I'm stressed and I just want to de-stress, it's watching a film. I still till date watch a movie like a kid, like a kid, like wide-eyed. And a lot of my friends say like while watching the film, I'll go like right ahead like this. I'll come back. I'm so attentive,
Mhm.
and I think to me, music, food, and films
Mhm.
completely stress me.
Is your jam, yeah. So you're an early riser, like you repeatedly say so yourself, and all your business dealings and all kinds of dealings happen at 5:30 a.m.
All
So
kinds
I
of
have decided that you are
business.
like you are like
Matlab,
the proverbial cock of the neighborhood. You just cock a
oh,
doodle, do early in the morning. By 9 a.m., the whole world is waking up, and Manish Malhotra has cracked at least 10 deals by that time because he's all up and early.
there's no deal happening early morning because nobody wants to discuss an outfit. No bride's woken up.
Yes,
Uh,
so that's what I want to know. What do you do with that time? Because all of Bollywood is nocturnal. What do you do in that time? You
well, I've
know?
always been a light sleeper. I don't sleep more than 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. And I just love mornings. I just love the morning. It's time with yourself. Try it. Wake up at
Yeah.
5 a.m. one day. Be with yourself. Listen to the music you want to listen.
So
And
I have
now
found
it's
yes,
time to
yes.
work out. Start walking. Walking is
Oh
very
yeah,
therapeutic.
yeah. You exercise. Yes, yes, I
I
forgot.
don't exercise. I've just started. It's been in the lockdown. I lost 18 kgs in the lockdown. 4 kgs have come back thanks to December and January. So now I'm struggling to lose those 4 kgs.
Yeah,
So
I can see them on your eyebrows. I think you really need to
you can
shed
see them
them
on my
fast. Two
eyebrows
kilos on each eyebrow. It's
and
like
all and all,
four
and all.
kilos. So I'm almost at the end of the questionnaire. And the last two questions, and I haven't forgotten your Urdu ki farmaish. So don't worry, I'll get to
Farmais,
that. So now we come to this question: what can you not resist in life?
food,
Okay.
desserts.
So meetha,
I love it.
Punjabi. So like
Full.
Indian mithais.
I love all kinds of desserts. I love cakes actually. I mean, I like all kinds of desserts.
Okay. So the Rubina question, which we didn't make it to the reel, but we're going to ask here: is sex the secret to your beauty and agelessness?
You're just obsessed with sex. That is what. Yeah,
I'm not
I
obsessed.
think ये sex का जो question आपका है all the time you've been dying to ask. But ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Not
I
dying.
think I found my love very early in my life, which was my work, and I think बस ये चेहरे की रौनक उसकी वजह से ही है.
Oh, well said. उर्दू में बात करेंगे.
Oh, what?
मनीष, आखिर में जाते जाते मैं आपसे तहे दिल से बेनतिहा शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहती हूँ कि आप हमारे इंस्टाग्राम लाइव पे इतने खुलूस और मोहब्बत से हमसे मुखातिब हुए, हमारी हौसला अफजाई की और अपना कीमती वक्त हमें दिया.
Thank you so much. आपने मुझसे कहा कि ये आप मेरे लिए करें, तो मैंने कहा ये मैं बिल्कुल करूंगा आपके लिए। एंड आई होप आप का ये जो शो है बहुत कामयाब हो, और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप इसे और भी अच्छा करती रहेंगी और ये चलता रहेगा ये सिलसिला।
बस इंशाल्लाह जरूर।
बाय बाय एंड
थैंक
थैंक
यू।
यू सो मच। बाय।